Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and hope you're all having, if you're from the US, a good long weekend. And from the rest of the world, hope you're having a good start of the week. In this video, we'll talk about the crypto markets. They're open again, at least in the majority of the world. We did not have a US opening because today, as most of you know, but if you don't know, it's Labor Day in the US. So no trading, all right? So the stock markets are also not open, etc. So what that means is that the volatility that usually comes at the start of the week is probably postponed a little bit. Even though I must say, if you look at the market, if you look at the volume in the markets, it's pretty good. All right, we're actually back at $62 billion in terms of volume, which is similar to what we had, for example. Let me quickly see. Last week, Tuesday. All right, so that's not bad. I think most of the volume is actually back, and the US is still waking up. So volatility, I still do expect. But what we'll do in this video is first we'll talk about Bitcoin, and we'll talk in general about the general direction of the markets and what you can expect. And you see some drawings on the screen right now. I will explain those a little bit further, and then we'll talk about some altcoins. It will be a relatively short video, I think, because in general, even though we did have some coins that performed quite well, most of the market is still very correlated. Which means that, you know, if you know what Bitcoin is doing, you basically know what 99% of all the cryptos are doing. All right, so yeah, that's good to know. What you want to see is that some coins start to outperform, that some narratives start to do good, but all right, doesn't matter. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So, like I said, stock markets are not open today, but the stock markets in general, and that's also what we said last Friday, look quite good here. Bond yields are, so that you can see, Russell 2000, bullish, NASDAQ, bullish, S&P 500, bullish. Bond yields, relatively bearish, even though the last data we have is obviously from Friday. So everything is looking pretty good in terms of macro economics. We also expect the interest rates to be dropped down in September, so that's bullish. But apart from that, if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is actually still relatively, the same. We're kind of consolidating here in this region between 56,000 and 62,000. And sure, we got some bullish momentum earlier this morning. And that's also what you can see right here. Like in general, the open interest is going up. So people are actually taking positions in both directions. But it's not really going in one direction yet. And there's not necessarily one direction that's winning. All right, we had a good bid coming in this morning, but that has for the last 3 hours dropped down a bit. So for me, the most important part is I do think that this bottom right here, this support will hold. But now it's key to actually know when the support is actually going to get some sort of a bid or momentum, right? They're synonyms. And then you can start to also look at altcoins to potentially buy one. And for that, I wanted to zoom into Bitcoin, because what we've seen so far is that yesterday or overnight, we made the bottom at around 57,000. After that, we did have a bullish breakout. And that's this bullish breakout above 58,000. Down to 57,800. That's, in my opinion, the most important level. If we're able to hold that and actually, see some more open interest kick in, then I actually do think that that's enough of a confirmation to assume we're going back up to at least 59,500 and potentially 61,000. But we do have to wait for that, all right? It seems right now, to zoom back in, that we are, after getting the breakouts, that we are retesting that level. If we successfully retest that and actually see some bullish momentum coming in, then I think you can also focus on some altcoins to buy, not to short. Shorting, in my opinion, at this point of time, while we still hold this support for Bitcoin, is not the best idea. But that's my opinion. Now, when we're talking about altcoins, I have a list of altcoins I think you need to keep an eye on. And I'll focus on some potential trade setups as well. There's several scam coins like Reeve, Lever, but also Radiant that look quite interesting. Nulls also. I would try to stay away from those. They're difficult to trade. So, unless you're a very experienced trader, just stick with the normal coins like Popcat. It's a meme coin, of course, but Popcat showed some momentum. It's had a strong higher time frame support, as you can see right here. I think that has potential. But again, and unfortunately, that's the truth for most altcoins, it depends on if Bitcoin is able to get that retest off of 58,000. because if Bitcoin falls below 58,000 again right here, then we'll just continue our drop into 57 and 56. But yeah, Popcat is quite interesting. I still think Fetch is quite interesting, even though we're basically consolidating right now, so nothing to buy right now. Clearpool has seen an influx of momentum, so that's C-Pool, that's the name of the token. I think that's interesting. And then you have BounceBit or BB if that breaks above 29 cents. Interesting. Dogs in general, very interesting due to its volume. And I think Dusk is interesting as well. They have their main net that's coming out the 20th of September. I expect some bullish momentum ahead of that. Can we break above 23 cents? Now, for me, at least, it's a buy. And Cat. But Cat I've been accumulating since this weekend. I think this is a meme coin that can perform very, very well. But I'll still keep you updated on that. And I also try to put out video updates on that. For now, that's what you need to know. So have a good day. Have a safe day. Like I said, it's still good to be cautious right here. But those are my thoughts. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.